Are you being ripped off by elderly people on the internet selling you fake or trash goods? Well, today we're going to find out just that.
But then I started to get a little suspicious about this Grace woman. Wait a minute, is she even real?
Yeah, welcome in to the channel, Rockstars. There is no Grace. We're going to react to a video today by a channel that I love. It's called Pleasant Green. I'll link his channel below in this video. Make sure you go give him a subscribe, a follow, and check out his content because it's amazing. He goes over an interesting story about those Facebook ads, Google ads, social media, Instagram, TikTok ads of people selling merchandise. And in this case, it's usually elderly people who are having a sale because they're retiring, they're getting out of the business, and they're selling off all their merchandise, and they target you with these ads and these feel-good stories about how they've been handcrafting merchandise for decades and decades, and they're getting out of the business, and you gotta get the last of their stuff or you'll never be able to get it again. But this guy is a gentleman of my own bird of the feather. I assume everything on the internet is fake. And he does too. And until proven innocent, he doesn't change his tune, and I'm the same way. Every single person on the internet is lying until I figure out otherwise. And in this case, he's actually right. Wait till you see the scam that's getting pulled on a lot of you and a lot of other people through these ads on social media and Google and Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. It is incredible, and it involves AI. Shocker. Let's do it.
So a while back, I started noticing some ads for a company called Grace Bags. And the story goes that Grace, a kind-hearted elderly woman, has been handcrafting beautiful leather bags for years. But it's the end of an era for Grace, so she's holding her farewell sale.
Grace is offering up to 80% off in her farewell sale. Once they're gone for good. Don't miss out.
I thought, oh, how nice. And then I kept scrolling. But the sponsored ads kept popping up, trying to reel me back in. And I thought, maybe I ought to check these out. But then I started to get a little suspicious about this Grace woman. Wait a minute, is she even real? I take her photo over to siteengine.com, which is able to detect whether or not an image is made from AI. And it turns out this picture is. Wait, what? There's no Grace? Who then is making these high-quality handcrafted leather bags? And who are all these people raving about them?
These aren't just bags. They're pieces you keep forever.
Grace and her husband have spent over 34 years perfecting their leather bags.
Imagine carrying a bag that holds 30 years of love, dedication, and craftsmanship.
Okay, something's definitely off with this guy. Nobody gets this emotionally invested in a leather bag.
And that's part of the scam, is they get you emotionally invested, especially since a lot of their ads target, shockingly, other elderly folk, other older people who are the prime targets for a lot of these advertisements and these sales pitches. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you a little short story about how one of my companies was hijacked to scam old people. It's a story all on its own, but let's keep going because what you're about to see is probably not going to shock you, but it's going to shock you.
So I'm going to try to find out who he is. I use a tool called PimEyes. It's pretty good at scanning faces and uncovering where else they've popped up online. And what do you know? I think I found him.
Are you wondering how hair loss can be reversed naturally?
That's our guy. And here he is again.
Save thousands of dollars with the Lepro LED UFO High Bay Light.
Oh, he's an actor on Fiverr. You can pay this guy to say whatever you want.
I'm a professional spokesperson and actor with decades of experience.
Well, maybe it's just a coincidence that he also happened to buy a bag for his wife and make a testimonial about it. Let's look at another guy who's also in love with these bags.
You know, it reminded me of my grandma, how she put so much love into everything she made.
Oh, how funny. He's also got a Fiverr account.
I have been an actor for 20 years, and I have appeared in many movies, TV shows, and hundreds of TV commercials.
And it turns out that Grace Bags has a YouTube channel where they've uploaded all their testimonials.
This is unlike anything I've ever seen.
A bag from Grace's collection is one to cherish for a lifetime.
These are all actors.
It's so bad. And this is actually against federal law. If you guys don't know, even myself and other YouTubers or content creators you watch, if we promote a product like List Perfectly or my Reseller Genie or Mark II's accounting service or even my listing service, we have to disclose that we are either a part of the business, that I own it. You know, like I told you guys, I founded the listing and fulfillment service. So obviously I financially benefit from that. But these other products that we sponsor, it is federal law that we have to tell you that we are a paid spokesperson. So we are being paid either a flat fee, an affiliate. We have to put those little monikers in there that say, you know, this is a sponsor of our group, or this is an affiliate, or hashtag affiliate, or ad. We have to somewhere on our websites, our profiles, our videos at some point put that we are being paid for representing these companies or these products. That's law. That is federal law. You can actually be charged with a felony if you're caught doing it on a regular basis. Even once could get you in trouble. None of these people are saying, I'm a paid actor from Fiverr, unless it's in real tiny little microscopic letters, which I didn't see it anywhere. They're just coming on and pretending like they bought Grace's bags and it's all Gucci and good and everything's cool and we love her bags and you should buy them too. That's a crime if they haven't disclosed somewhere that they were paid through Fiverr or through social media or whatever for their testimonial. That is literally against the law. Let's keep going.
With Fiverr accounts. And the best part, the mastermind behind this channel didn't even bother editing the clips before uploading them.
I stumbled upon the store. I was scrolling through my feed the other.
Turns out Grace Bags isn't some heartwarming handcrafted leather bag business. It's just someone using AI and hiring actors to produce fake glowing reviews. But what do the real customers get when they order from Grace Bags? Well, the only thing authentic here is their disappointment. These luxury leather bags are actually just cheap vinyl knockoffs made in China. Now this is where things get wild. Suddenly I learned that Susan's Bags is also shutting down. Then Victoria's Bags, Paul Richards, Tanner's Shoes, so many beloved elderly artisans all conveniently having their final sales at the exact same time.
Once they're gone for good.
Once they're gone forever.
Tanner's Shoes is gone forever.
Once they're gone, they're gone.
And when I go to their page and select About, then Page Transparency, I can see that these pages are being managed from the Netherlands, Vietnam, and Indonesia. This is so weird. But then I get an ad from Henry's.
So essentially these pages, if you also notice not only where they're located, but that they were created in 2024, right? If somebody had been in the business for decades, look, Facebook has been around for 20 years now, they would have had a Facebook page for more than 3 months. It was created in December of 2024, right? January, February, March, April, 4 months, whatever. It's just a blatant, obvious scam, and they use that heartwarming, this older person, buy my goods. It's just a scam, guys. Please always question almost everything that you see on the internet. There's very few things on the internet nowadays that I don't look at and go, it's fake, it's staged, they're lying, that's not real. Like, almost everything is literally fake. There are Facebook pages that post fake sports news. Like, today, Derek Jeter died. Today, Derek Jeter married Whoopi Goldberg. All they do is post blatantly lying fake stories all day because it rage baits people into just commenting and going, what? Oh my God. And they get millions of views and clicks and they make tons of money by lying. Same thing these people are doing. They're selling tons of these fake goods, these cheap goods, by lying to people and telling them like, I'm an old person with amazing heart, and you guys get the point. Let's finish it up.
Hello there, I'm Henry, and I want to share a bit of my story with you. For over 33 years, I've been crafting watches by hand, and it's
of course you have, Henry.
My life. There's something special about creating a watch that stands the test of time, something classic and meaningful. Every detail, every movement. I've put my heart into each watch, thinking
that is one big pile.
The moments it would witness, and the legacy it would carry forward. But times have changed, and after decades of doing what I love, it's time to close this chapter. I want to spend more time with my family, especially my grandchildren. So with a heavy...
Wait a minute, look at his hand. How's Henry crafting watches with a finger like that? Also, if Henry's been making watches for 33 years, why has his website only been up for a month? And why does Henry look so different in each of these photos? So I look at the page transparency to see all the different ads that he has running, and someone has been very busy.
Henry has spent over 33 years crafting watches with a purpose.
When I first got mine, I noticed the difference right away.
And the comments on Facebook are full of people just gushing over Henry and his watches. Well, finally, I caved.
They're all fake reviews, of course. Also, the Henry AI fingers, the different face, they can't ever duplicate an AI-created image exactly the same, down to the fine details of what you would see me video after video or picture after picture. I'm the same person. they can't do that when they're AI digitally creating these, you know, each day trying to create a new picture of Henry or a new video clip or whatever. Also, the voiceover is a dead giveaway. Doesn't match him at all. It's an AI voice. You guys, by now, 2025, you should be able to tell these AI voices, these AI scripts. If you can't spot them, probably not a good idea to be on the internet shopping because there's a chance you're going to get scammed. I know that sounds harsh, but if you can't spot the scams, just keep yourself safe and don't shop from, you know, anywhere that you don't know.
I had to check out these watches. So I head on over to the website and I've got to admit, they look pretty nice. Plus, all these handsome dudes are rocking them. But let's take a screenshot, run a reverse image search, and see just how rare and timeless these masterpieces really are. And what do you know? The exact same watch is selling for 99 cents on AliExpress. But surely they're not the same, right? One is a rare handcrafted work of art, and the other is just some cheap knockoff, right? Right? I mean, I guess there's only one way to find out. I'm buying myself a Henry's watch. But first, I grabbed the bargain bin special from AliExpress because, hey, it's only $1. Oh, and no shipping fees. I literally paid $1.06. Henry's, on the other hand, is charging me $40 for this timeless wristbound wonder. And considering it's usually $200, I figure I'm getting a steal. So I order. Now, I know that I'm dealing with a suspicious business, so handing over my real email address seems a little unwise. It's a good thing that I'm using Aura, who's actually the sponsor of this video. With Aura, I can generate an...
Perfect example. The guy that created this video is a sponsor for Aura, so he's going to do his little spiel and then tell everyone that he, you know, obviously it's a sponsor. That means he's being paid to do that little, you know, get up for Aura because they keep his email anonymous and they pay him to advertise this to his audience. So there you go. Perfect example of what I just mentioned on the federal law.
Just seeing it on my home screen gives me peace of mind. If you want to give it a test drive and check out the other tools like their spam call protection and data removal service, then head on over to aura.com and make sure to use my link and let them know that I sent you. So just as I said, I get a confirmation email via Aura telling me that my order has been received. And after 5 days go by, I'm notified that my watch from AliExpress is out for delivery. And I've got to hand it to AliExpress. I'm genuinely impressed. I paid $1 and I got a watch from China in less than a week. Regardless of what kind of...
That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother story that he got that watch from China for, in 5 days, that he paid $1.06 for, and they probably shipped it to him for like 25 cents. That's an enraging video that I've touched on. We'll talk about it more in other videos, but that's the whole de minimis and the whole tariff issue and the e-package shipping. Anyways, back to the video.
The quality it is, you've got to admit, that's pretty amazing. That said, the watch is exactly what I expected. It feels incredibly light and hollow inside. The size and strap isn't adjustable, and it feels like it just might snap if I bend it the wrong way. Every part of it just gives off the impression of being rushed through production with the cheapest materials possible. But Henry's watch was going to be different because it was made by a master craftsman with precision and care, which was why I was okay waiting twice as long for it to arrive. The tracking showed it moving from sort facility to another sort facility and then to the international airport. Wait, international airport? I thought Henry was American, making these watches by hand in his shop here in America. But no, this was definitely coming from across the world. So another week went by and it went to Los Angeles.
Oh, Los Angeles. Anybody want to take a guess in the comment section where it originated from that comes into the port of LA or LAX? I'll give you 3 guesses. Head that direction. Head that direction. Head west a little bit more, and I think you'll get the answer.
And then finally to me. And as I opened the package, I could tell that this was going to be different. This was going to be something timeless, elegant, and built to last for generations. And then I realized it's the exact same freaking watch as the dollar one. They are literally the same. I paid $40 for something that's $1 on AliExpress.
Why settle for something mass-produced when you can own a watch with true character? Hi, my name's Dan.
Your name's not Dan, it's Dave.
Hey, I'm Dave, and you found me.
And this watch is mass-produced. It's made by Dayros, a company based in China. And someone just went on to...
Ding, ding, ding. If you guessed China in the comment section, you would be right.
Alibaba and bought them in bulk, generated some AI images of an old man claiming to have made them in his shop, and then hired you on Fiverr to act like you just discovered the Fountain of Youth.
You'll love the story it tells.
They're selling you on this, but they're delivering on this. And they really didn't think that I would notice. So I decided I was going to write back to this Henry. I said, Henry, thanks for the beautiful watch. If I wanted to order 50 more for my employees, do you offer discounted pricing? Do you think you have that many in stock? And he responded and he said, "Hi Ben, thank you for your kind words. We're thrilled to hear that you're enjoying the watch and we truly appreciate your support. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to share your experience by leaving us a review here. Your feedback means a lot to us." And I can see that he's got plenty of reviews, and I'm wondering how many of them are actually genuine. He then says, "Regarding your bulk order inquiry, we're excited about the possibility of supplying your team with more watches. We will coordinate internally to check our stock availability and determine the best possible discount for your order. We'll get back to you as soon as we have the details finalized. Best regards, Henry." So then he writes back and he says, "Hello, Ben. We have the information regarding your inquiry for the bulk order of our luxury business men's watches. We're pleased to offer you a special price of $1,399 for 50 pieces, which comes to $27.89 per watch. Oh, hey, what a deal. I'm going to get a 99-cent watch for only 28 bucks.
Or you could buy all 50 pieces off AliExpress for $50, and they'd probably give you a discount on that too. So, wow.
So I tell him, let's do it. He says, "Hello, Ben. Before we proceed, could you kindly confirm the following
There's that kindly word that we all love, right? Kindly. Remember that word.
details? And then lastly, can you confirm if all 50 pieces should be in the silver white color, or would you like a mix of colors?" I reply, "Hello, Henry. I like the silver color. I noticed yours is a lot like another one I found online. Can you explain how yours is better? Does the fact that yours is handcrafted means it's better quality?" And that was the last I ever heard from Henry. Maybe he's just busy spending time with his grandchildren. But that's when I decide to leave a review on Trustpilot. I say, "I got my watch from Henry's. I then bought the exact same watch on AliExpress for 99 cents. When I asked Henry what made his different, he stopped responding. I wonder if he'll respond here. Probably not. But he did respond, and he said how sorry he was and how he takes pride in offering not just a product, but a curated experience. He said, "I'd be more than happy to speak with you directly to make things right. Please feel free to reach out to us at info@henryswatches, and we'll do our best to resolve this to your satisfaction." I did try to email you, and you stopped responding, Henry.
Henry stopped responding because Henry has a Chinese employee who's handling all of these customer service inquiries and all of these reviews. And there is no Henry, it's just whoever that is behind the computer.
Trustpilot page is probably just full of fake reviews, and he only responded to me to make others think that he's serious about customer service. And that's why I'm making this video, to tell you what you can expect from Henry's Watches, or Grace Bags, or Susan's Bags, or any of these other businesses. They're just buying cheap crap from China and using AI to tug at your emotions. And guess what? To show you how easy it is, I actually spent just 10 minutes starting a business of my own. I told Grok to show me working in a watch factory, and now I'm going to buy a bunch of Alibaba watches and mark them up $100.
Discover timeless elegance with Ben's watches, the finest handcrafted timepieces you can own. Each watch is built with precision, passion, and premium materials, making it more than just a watch. It's a statement. Ben's Watches, where craftsmanship meets class. Available now, but not for long.
So what are you waiting for? Go to bendoverwatches.com and get a piece of history today. I'm just kidding, don't do that. Please buy responsibly and think critically when you're shopping online. Well, I hope that this video has given you some...
Yeah, so that is the story. That's how they get you. That's how the criminals, I call them criminals from China, are taking advantage of American shoppers, tugging at the heartstrings, using AI, using emotions, and selling you cheap crap. And this is why there's the old, the age-old argument of buy American, buy quality, buy things that are not cheap Chinese crap. And there's a lot of it. There's a lot of cheap Chinese crap. There's also quality items, iPhones and Android that are from China or from Asia or from other places, even India. And they hold up and they do good, right? So it's a balancing act. Like, we don't want to buy these cheap garbage watches, but we also rely on these countries for quality goods that we use in our everyday lives. I'm using a product, a camera, we use these overseas cameras that are, Nikons and other things that are not produced in America. And it's a tough balancing act. So what do you guys think? I'd love to hear your funny comments, your reactions to this video and to Ben over on Pleasant Green. He's awesome. I love his channel. I'll link it below again so you can check him out. And what do you think about the cheap crap that comes in here from China and the shipping, that cheap e-package shipping, this whole thing, right? Because it's big news right now. And I don't want to get political, but this kind of plays on that, right? So let me hear it in the comments section. As always, thanks for watching. If you could hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me. And also, the Facebook group is still pending being put back up, My Thrifter Reseller World. There is a backup group, which is Thrifter Reseller World 2. I'll link it below. Go join it. If you were part of the old group and you are not able to see it, make sure you join that group. If I already have your email, feel free to skip that box. You don't have to leave me your email if you don't want to. That's fine. You can join the group anytime, and I'll get you in as soon as possible. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see everyone next time.